If your veins run red, white, and blue, you're in the right place. The angry citizen is here, and trust me, he's as American as they come. The angry citizen doesn't just talk the talk. He lives by the Constitution every single day. He's a fighter, a protector, and he's got your back. In a world where standing up for freedom isn't always easy, he stands tall, unapologetic, unafraid, and unbreakable. We're beyond proud to welcome him to the Tiff and Punisher team, joining our mission to defend what matters most. So buckle up, Patriots. You're about to hear from a man who believes that America's best days are still ahead. Stay tuned because this is just the beginning.
CPS, Punisher, and the Amber Citizen fighting. CPS, government corruption and assholes.
In the heart of our great nation, Where the strength of our communities is built upon the foundation of strong and loving families, an urgent crisis is unfolding. Child Protective Services, CPS, an institution designed to safeguard our most vulnerable, has in many cases betrayed its noble mission. Too often, families are torn apart not by neglect or abuse, but by systemic failures and corruption. We can no longer stand idly by as these injustices continue. We are here to give a voice to those who have been isolated, to shine a light on the corruption, and to rally our fellow citizens in this critical fight for justice. Every day, countless families are caught in a web of bureaucracy and abuse of power, their lives disrupted and their bonds shattered. Children, who should be nurtured and protected, are instead placed in situations that can be just as, if not more, harmful than the circumstances from which they were taken. Parents, often bewildered and powerless, face insurmountable odds as they fight to reunite with their children. This is not the America we believe in. We cannot allow these injustices to persist. Our mission is to educate, to inform, and to inspire action. We promise to bring you daily updates on CPS, exposing the truth and fighting for reform. We must remember that the future of our nation depends on the strength and unity of our families. By standing together, we can hold CPS accountable and ensure that it fulfills its true purpose, protecting children and preserving families. This is a fight we must not and will not lose. We are committed to saving our families and securing a brighter future for all. The road ahead is challenging, but with your support, we can make a difference. Together, we will bring hope to those who have lost it and ensure that justice prevails. Let us unite with unwavering resolve and a sense of patriotic duty to safeguard the integrity of our families and the future of our nation.
CPS. CPS. I'm back again. I'm back again. For you. For you. America. The CPS Punisher. An angry citizen. Together. We fight against the CPS. We fight against the CPS for you, America. CPS, 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 CPS. CPS, CPS, CPS. You thought you could get rid of me. 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 You thought you could get rid of me.
My man, the angry citizen. How do we do, my friend?
I'm dealing. We're all dealing. You know, it's a dark time. It's September 11th. We're remembering the atrocity committed against we the people by our own government. We know it was our own government. No one alive thinks that the Twin Towers were hit by planes and they collapsed neatly down into their own footprint. it just doesn't work that way. That's not the laws
Perfect
of
crumbling.
reality in
Perfect
physics.
crumble.
So, we're angry about that. We're angry because basically the evil overlords have declared they're simply going to murder anyone they want that they don't like, and that is disturbing. Charlie Kirk uh, was murdered in cold blood in front of his family and a giant audience. That is horrendously evil, and there are a lot of people that are really, really happy about it, like celebrating on TikTok, having their little dance party. So that's a
Bullshit.
tough thing to take.
That's bullshit.
We have
You
all
know,
seen the video of that beautiful little Ukrainian girl who was murdered by a psychopath with no purpose. Like, he didn't rob her he just killed her for no reason. And he was a 14-time repeat felon that had been let out of jail and allowed to just simply run around in our society. That poor girl, and I've spent a great deal of time looking at this horrendous photo of that poor girl cowering in her seat, weeping as she bled to death. So I am extra super duper, way more than usual, motherfucking white hot supernova angry. Darren, thank you for asking. How are you, brother?
you know what, man? Here's what I see it. Fuck them. Fuck all of them, man. You know what? They're not going to bring me down. They're not going to make this. Not going to make this into a boo-hoo for me. I'm sad. This stuff. You know what? Because those people that went down with that fight, man, they don't want us sitting down being sad and upset and like in all this. They want us to move forward, because if we can't move forward, then their deaths go in vain. Really, they don't want us to sit back and be like, "Oh man, thanks for noticing me. Sad day
Well,
for us." Hell no, man. They want us to go
that's a
forward.
really important point.
Want us
Yeah.
going forward and being like, you know what? This isn't even a fucking blurb on the fucking screen. You guys did such a terrible thing and such an awful way of doing it. That's not even a blurb on the screen, man. Don't even give this fucker the recognition that he deserves by us continuing to talk about this. Because Charlie Kirk wouldn't want us to tell that. He wouldn't want us to talk about this. He'd say, you know what? They're winning. As long as we talk about the fact that he caused grief amongst us, as long as people know that the dark overlords, and we sit there and like, man, we're so sad because of this, then they're winning, man. They're fucking winning. We can't allow that, right? We can't allow
Well, that's a solid comment.
on our surface.
And I've semi-recently, I gave some sort of vaguely serious thought to quitting. Okay, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was feeling really, really, really impotent, like really not gaining anything. No justice, no accountability, no transparency, no Hillary and Obama in chains being arrested. And I really felt discouraged. And I was like, you know what? I'm doing this. And dude, I'm old and I'm cranky, as you know. I'm ready to retire, literally getting my Social Security. Thank God. I thought that would never happen, but I'm
I
actually
still
getting
can't
one
believe you're
back
that old.
that they
I
stole
can't
from me. And so
Can't believe
I'm
you're
like,
that.
I can sit back. I don't have to do this shit. Okay. And then I saw the video of that little girl being murdered, and then, as if I wasn't mad enough, and I was white hot, livid angry at that. It's hard to describe my level of anger at watching that. And then I saw Charlie Kirk, and I didn't know much about the guy, but I started doing research about him and listening to him and listening to what he said in his speeches, whatever. And I immediately knew that he was just absolutely murdered in cold blood by evil pieces of shit. And it brought me right back. It's like, you know what? The enemy lobbed a grenade into my trench. Okay, I was about to say, you know what? I've had enough. I'm good. You guys are on your own. But now you came back at me. You slapped me in the face, and I'm right back here. Right back. I'm awake, and I'm back in this fight, and I'm not backing down.
Yeah.
I'm never giving up. Never.
Man,
You're gonna have to
that's it right there, dude. Because it's hard.
kill me. Here I am. I ain't hiding. Obviously, right?
He's in Texas, everybody, by the way. Hey,
Debbie wants to come on. Can
yeah,
you send her a
Debbie.
link?
Yeah. I was getting to it. Debbie here. Yeah, sure. Debbie, come on in.
Yeah, send her a link.
Here's the thing, dude. Is this is a hard thing. I have over 1,000 episodes on this channel on the CPS Breaking News. So we all have channels, and then like CPS Breaking News is supposed to be like the hub, but everybody else has channels too. So some people can be watching this on Tiff and the Punisher, Gunner for CPS, whatever, right? So we don't see like the whole massness of people that are viewing us, right? So because I don't know how many are on Tiff and the Punisher channel or these other channels. All I know is what's on CPS Breaking News, and dude, it gets damn discouraging. Did you see like 7 people watch
Yes.
the show, or
Yes.
6 people? When I myself have put out over, like, that's like legend status almost in the podcast world of doing that many podcasts. Like
Yep.
they
But
say,
remember, we're in the enemy territory. Okay, the dark overlords are very, very, very strong. All these services that are offered that we try to use, like Facebook and YouTube, and all of them, BitChute and TikTok, and with, I'm going to say, maybe the possible exception of X. I'm still not 100% sure that X is really the free speech paradigm it pretends to be, but I think it may be. But the point is, every time you and I do this, Darren, we really don't know how many people are seeing us, do we? Because there's a little number that the people that are literally, it's like trusting the plumber. The plumber comes in, he does a bunch of work, he comes back up and he says, "You owe me $3,000." And you go, "Wow, $3,000? What'd you do?" "Oh, well, I replaced the thermodynamic U-tube turnabout pipe, blah, 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 whatever," right? But you don't know, because in the case of the world of technology, you can't see it, can you? You don't know. Facebook says, you post something on Facebook and it pretends it's going to bring it to the attention of the people that are on your friends list. But does it? How many people on your friends list actually get a notice that says, "Hey, CPS Punisher and Angry Citizen are podcasting right now. Check it out," right?
tell you, dude, it's very discouraging. I'm gonna be honest, man. I got 2.2 thousand friends on my Facebook. I got 909 subscribers. And make sure, you guys, if you were watching this, please subscribe, like, hit the buttons, do some notifications, do whatever you can do to get the word out there. And it is really damning. It is really damning to only see so many people that are on here. But let me tell you something. Yeah. This is what I'm gonna say is that we've got fucking quality here, dude. The people that come on and watch our podcast, I would give up every fucking 100 people to have one of the people that are here with us all the time, because these people have been with us through and through. They're here every day. They're commenting. They're doing all this stuff. So I don't really even give a shit about the 500 or 1,000. I do kind of, but not a lot. But because the people that we do have here as a core, man, are fucking
high
phenomenal.
Quality. Yeah, high quality. Yeah.
I mean,
I can solid truth there.
Right.
But I mean, we're talking about two different things here, because what you and I want, what we expect, is if we subscribe to your service and we're using it, we expect a very, very honest accounting of who out there is hearing our voices. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And we don't get that. Facebook, they're very evasive. They're very cagey. When I do stuff on Facebook, I send out 100, invites, right? And I get one or two people.
You didn't even get a notification.
Because, you don't know, do you? When you click on the little button, the invisible wizards of the computer may or may not go off to this person here. We have some of your viewers, Erica Padilla, John, okay?
Oh, hold up. Time out. Time the fuck out. What'd you just say?
I said the users.
But what did you say? Who did you say? My viewers?
I said Erica Padilla.
Did you say my viewers?
Did you see the comment? What?
Did you say my viewers? These are our viewers, brother.
Okay. Sorry. Correct. Stand corrected.
All right.
Our viewers.
That's right.
Don't get a notification, because that's the way they want it. They don't like us. They don't like our voices. They don't like what we have to say. So they don't give us what we would basically expect.
Right.
Let me be very specific here. You have a Facebook page. You have X followers, viewers, friends, whatever. You put out a post on Facebook. How many people see that post? Think about that very carefully, right? That is up to Facebook, isn't it?
Correct.
Right? Completely up to them. You hand it off to Mark Zuckerberg, and Mark says, "You know what, Darren? I don't like you."
Right.
It might show your
page, but that doesn't mean
everybody. I really don't like this Angry Citizen dude. He's a piece of shit. Both of you are lying pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take your invite. It's like handing your mail to the mailman, right? Here, could you take these to the people I want you to mail them to? And he picks them up from you and he goes, of course, I'll make sure they get these.
Yeah, like Donald Trump's
And then
votes.
it goes off, and you don't know. Did your aunt so and so ever get the birthday card you sent her? No, she didn't. See, they
But
own this realm. It's a sad
Mhm.
truth, and I'm not. I have no immediate remedy for it, except as you and I have talked about this before. I post on Facebook because it's basically free, and out of my 2,000 or so-called friends or followers or whatever, 2 or 3 people hear it.
it just
That's the
doesn't seem
name.
right. But you know who does hear it is Debbie. And Debbie's here with us right now.
I'm
Let's
saying,
let's hear what Debbie says. Debbie, you're here.
Debbie,
We've been in with TFI for a year and 8 months.
Mm.
you're in a black
These
hole.
people are doing nothing for my daughter.
Ah,
I mean, every time we go to court, we're in there for about 30 minutes to an hour.
mm.
And
Did you
my
contact?
daughters,
Did you contact the ADA?
they won't help.
They won't help you.
We went to court July the 10th,
Mhm.
and my daughter's lawyer told the judge, Candace, I can't think of her last name, Jonathan should be returned.
Yeah.
And the judge, and this is coming from TFI, told the judge, because my daughter doesn't have a driver's license, she can't get John to appointments.
Yeah.
And then Slinker pops up, tells him her insurance John's insurance covers it. Judge didn't even care.
Yeah. It doesn't. Gina, let me tell you.
So we
Hold on,
have,
Debbie.
we have to.
Hold on, Debbie. Hold on. Dana. So Debbie's been with us since pretty much the beginning. And I talked to Debbie when it was actually Herbert and I believe when we started this. And Debbie and her daughter both have some disabilities, and they have a son. And their son, or Debbie's grandson, but it's her daughter's son, and he has one of those the problems when he bruises very easily. Like you touch him, he gets a bruise. Like one of those type systems. So when he went to school, he had some marks on him, or he went somewhere. I don't remember where he went, but that's what started everything, was these marks on him. And they said that his daughter was being over aggressive, and so on and so forth. And then so now they took her grandson, and they're both, and they've been fighting this all along, but no ADA will help them, no nothing, and nothing was done to this child that was of any sort of nastiness, no abuse, no nothing. Believe me, we've vetted her, we know that she's legit. And she's just sitting there as a grandmother and her daughter as a mother, fighting their asses off, trying to get this poor boy back home, and they're just not doing a damn thing. And the problem is, dude, the clock's ticking. Right, Debbie?
Yeah. For some odd reason, we were notified Tuesday we had to go to TFI in Wichita. And didn't know why. And she goes, "It's the only time I have." So lucky enough, my daughter has money. And she's got a bad habit of hiding it around the house. And I told Chris, I go, we're going to Wichita, and we're going to TFI.
Let's go.
Because now she has transportation.
Hell yeah. Tear it up.
And my daughter had to see a psychologist, and she made the appointment herself, got her insurance company, took her, and we went to Hutchinson twice. And it's documented because we have the document.
Make sure you get the files.
I have received Horizon Mental Health. My grandson goes there for intense therapy with my daughter. I finally
make sure you get that stuff in your case files. Make sure, don't just trust your lawyer. You put those in your files yourself. Make sure that they get there. The judge can't rule on it if he doesn't see it. Oh, she's out. Yeah, tragic, man. Right. It really sucks. It sucks. It does, but she keeps fighting, and that's what we got to do. That's what Charlie Kirk would want right there. You know what? Yeah, we're sad, but this woman right here,
Never give
she's
up.
got a problem to deal with it, and she's got to deal with it. Here she's back here. We'll let her finish up. We'll give her her last little thing here. All right, Debbie's back. Debbie's back. Back again.
Not
All right,
doing
Debbie.
nothing.
There you go. Whoop. There you go, Deb. All
You
right,
know,
yeah.
they're playing their games.
Yep. Well, you know what we know is what we know, and what we can do is only what we can do. And one of the things that we can do is make sure that those documents that are in the favor of your grandson, those bonding study, all that stuff, you need to be sure 100% that it gets in that file. And also, you need to make sure that your lawyer is fighting for the appeal. What I mean by that is this: he needs to make sure that there is. You need to make sure that when he goes to court, if they, God forbid, they put you in the TPR status and you go to court for that, you need to make sure that he fights on all grounds of this fight, because he needs to make sure that there's something that's appealable. Because what these public pretenders are so freaking good at, man, is making a big case out of nothing and keeping it nothing, so you have nothing to stick. There's no case. So when you go to appeal this thing, there's nothing for you to appeal because they haven't put anything in there anyway. So, you know, people think that the appeal process is, it's a new trial. It is not a new trial at all. You only get to fight what happened in that trial. That's it. And if you don't get information into that trial, my friends, you have nothing to appeal. All right, and I think Debbie went out, but that was my little piece about that.
It's a very difficult thing to be faced with going through court and faced with having your children stripped from you, kidnapped by agents. Deeply, profoundly disturbing for me to have accepted this reality, this paradigm where the bulk of Americans think it's okay for agents to kidnap children at their discretion based on whatever accusations are being made against the parents. We've given up all of our authority there, and that's profoundly disturbing. It makes my blood boil.
It does. You know, it's like this, man. It's like, you know what? You can take all these big incidents that we were having, like this 9th, 10th, and 11th, and that's a mere drop to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's nothing in the world of my daughter has been kidnapped by these people.
Yeah.
All of our viewers, listeners, whomever they may be, their children have been stolen, kidnapped from them.
Yep.
That's as real as it gets. I mean, short of there was a point in time there's a point in time I couldn't say this. There's a point in time that I couldn't say this, and there's a point in time when I can, because I don't know which one's worse, whether you have a child die or if they get taken by CPS. So, you know, that's the CPS side. At least you have hope, and one day you'll be able to see them. When a child dies, it's over. You know, there's grieving and there's things that you can do. So I think I would take that one 10 times a Sunday, because knowing that your child's out there, there's nothing that you can fucking do about it. If you in fact do lose, it's a terrible, terrible thing, because all you can think about every day is that, you know, a nuclear explosion could go off right next to me, killing thousands of people. And all I'm thinking about is, where's my daughter right now? That's it. That's the only thing that I'm thinking about. Sorry for the, you know, whatever. And that's what gets built up in this stuff. That's what happens to you when this, you know, like, I'm geared so solid to destroy the system. That's where my focus is. And I know America was under attack. I know all of this stuff, man. But all I want to see is these bastards get what they deserve, because they've been doing this for too long. There's too many people out there that have lost millions. We're talking millions of people have been affected by CPS in this country. I mean, this is a voting pool, man, that if we could all get our heads out of our asses and decide to unite, because there's too much shit involved in this stuff, we would be a mass. And then including people like you, Dana, with the constitutional part of America, there's a disband part of America that you fight for, that if we could pull them in and make this group a collective pile of a stock pot of just people that everybody in this country thinks a piece of shit, I guess is the way you would look at it. Man, we would blow them away. The election power that
We
the voting
would.
power
You're
that
right.
we would have, the manpower that we would have. I mean, you wouldn't. There's not another soul group in this country that would even be able to touch us with a golden spoon, man. Not even close. Not even this much. You know. And that's part of why they think they steal our kids too. Get that voice out of there. Do not let another generation of these loudmouth bigots come through here and keep talking. Because the second I came out and I put my podcast up, that's our daughter. That was it, dude. My game was over. And when you speak out against these people, man, they press you to the grind. You got Josie up there in Canada. Man, again, she was just acquitted on, or what we would call acquitted on all of those charges, all that stuff. And they came and they arrested her again for talking about DPG up there. It's called CPS here, obviously, but DPG up there.
Right.
And out of nowhere, they came and they arrested her again. So, I mean, man, I'm telling you that this is some serious shit going on. And this war has been waged and fighting for a long fucking time. Long time, and a lot of people have been lost on the way. A lot of people, you know, and you know, like every day for a parent that has lost their kid to CPS is 9/11. I mean that you know, every fucking day that you wake up is 9/11.
That's well said. Yeah,
you know.
I mean, I have 5 children. My oldest daughter and I are becoming much closer, which is nice, but we were estranged for a bit. My middle 3 basically don't talk to me. My youngest, he's only 8, and so I have him like a lot. I pick him up from school, and he is neurodivergent, so he doesn't really think and act the way other children do. He doesn't tell me he loves me. He doesn't usually hug me, but I'm grateful that I have him, that he's with me.
Yep.
And when I think of the hideous, evil trauma of having your child kidnapped, wrenched from your arms, it is heinous, evil, absolutely satanic. And I have a Facebook friend who recently posted something to the effect that she wanted prayers because evil had entered her life. And I messaged her and asked a little bit about this. And it turns out, and this is a woman who had a 7-month-old child whom she was breastfeeding, stolen from her, kidnapped from her. And this makes, excuse my French, okay? This makes my fucking blood boil. It is so heinous and so evil. It's literally like saying, I'm going to burn you at the stake because you got a parking ticket.
Yeah. Facts. Really. You were late for a meeting. Die. You know. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. You cross your toe is 2 inches over the white line. We're going to chop you into pieces and burn you alive. What? Wait, what? Like, oh my God, dude. So
give them the plank.
I am working on this particular friend kind of inspired me. So, and this is not someone I know really, really well, but she seems like a sweet kid, and I believe her. She's very sincere in her cry for help. And typically what people want is they want a lawyer, and it would be lovely to be able to have a lawyer that came in and was your champion, but that is unlikely at best, unless you have like so much money, you know, that you just can pour it in like an ocean of money. Okay. Most of us don't. And lawyers are mostly scum, not entirely. So knowing how to help yourself is your best defense. And what I said I would do for this woman is I'm going to work on some letters. And people always immediately dismiss me. As soon as I say we're going to write letters, they go, oh, that won't work. I hear that every time, literally. 100% rate of return on that is that won't work. As soon as I say we're going to write letters, that won't work. No, you are wrong. It would, it could, it will if we all use it. So we write the letters that say the things we need to say in the most forceful and accurate words. We write a letter to the governor. We write a letter to the sheriff of our county. We write a letter to our elected servants, all of them, both state and national elected servants, and we say the same thing. Here's what we say, and I'm going to write this letter and give it to this woman. My name is X. I am a constitutional American, My children have been kidnapped. Here are the details. I demand justice, accountability, transparency. The people that did this do not have authority. Agents do not have authority. We never delegated them authority. We, the people, delegated limited authority to our government. It never included making agencies and authorizing agents with authority. They don't have any authority. I demand that my children be returned to me. And I'm not just happy with my children get returned to me. I want heads to fucking roll. I want everyone involved to
Mhm.
be charged with deprivation of rights under color of law. Look it up, listeners. Deprivation of rights under color of law. Hear my words. Use these words. So you write these letters, and people say, well, Dana, how are your letters going to magically return my children to me? They won't. You're facing a corrupt system,
Mhm.
corrupt people, demons. These are literally demons. They serve evil. They serve the evil overlord. They kidnap children. Then they put those children into harmful circumstances. Then they cover up that they've done this, deny. They're hateful, evil, vile trolls. They deliberately try to separate children from their families and put them with the other demons who can torture them. Okay, these people are not going to instantly respond to your letter with a, oh gosh, I'm sorry, you've caught us. We'll immediately do whatever you say. That's not how it works. But you send the fucking letter anyway.
Yep, exactly. Thank
You
you, Dana.
do it
It's an action step.
anyway.
Something. You're doing something.
Your words have power. So I will write these documents and I will post them on my website and I will share them on the next podcast. And you can go there and click on the link. And if you like what I'm saying, just hit print. Hit this document, print. At the bottom, you put your own personal message, whatever it is. I use my words. This is what I'm saying. Okay. Fire and brimstone pouring out of my mouth, the righteous, holy anger of God. And you say, I like that. I
Mhm.
agree with you. Print it. And at the bottom, you write in with your own little hand, I agree with this crazy guy from Maine. Everything
Texas.
he said here is spot the fuck on. I'm
Texas.
angry. I demand accountability. I demand justice. I demand you immediately return my children to me. And every single person that participated in stripping them away from me, kidnapping them, needs to be prosecuted.
Mm. Facts,
That's
man.
where we are.
That is absolute fact, buddy. That is fact. You know what?
Yep.
Here's what I'm going to say to you. What is wrong with you? When I look at you, what the hell is wrong with you? You got your 5 kids. You're retired. You got all the things that the American man would want. You don't even have any stake in the game, but here you are, um, day after day. I mean, if you're not on the show, we're talking, we're chatting about this, that, or this. You're always concerned with what now I'm doing and the people are doing and all this. Like, most people don't even get involved with this fight until they get involved with this system. Then
Yeah.
they become familiar with this. So for you to even be in here, it's kind of weird, dude. Like, it's kind of strange. It doesn't happen. We don't get people like you in here, even though the people like you are the ones that we're trying to announce to and get in here. Like, look, hey guys, this could happen to any one of us. Like you say, what your rights are mine and mine are yours. If that can happen,
Bingo.
it can happen to me.
Fucking
Um,
bingo, dude. 100% right there. If
hell
I
yeah.
watch you have your child stripped away from you and I say nothing, I am just as fucking guilty
Yeah.
as the fascist pieces of shit that do
Mhm.
that to you. I'm just as guilty. And God is my witness, okay? And our viewers may not have heard me say this, but I confronted the devil in my dream. God is my witness, truth. Okay. I
Mhm.
won't recite the whole thing. It was a kind of long, but the end of it was basically an entity looking me right in the eye, which I knew to be Satan himself. I knew it. I felt it. I smelled it. Okay, every bit of it, and spoke to
Mhm.
me with hate and venom and anger and resentment and threatening and ominous and wanted me to cower. And I I sort of lied, a little. I looked Satan in the eye and I said, I'm not afraid of you. And that's not true. I was actually afraid, but I lied through my teeth. And I said, I'm not afraid of you.
Yeah.
And the next thing I said was, God
Yeah.
is my witness. Okay. I looked that fucker right in the eye and I
Yeah.
said, I defy you.
Hmm. I believe.
I
I believe that you did do that.
defy
I
you.
totally do. I absolutely do believe that you did do
So
that.
it's what I was meant to do. I don't even know. God put me here for a reason. I'll tell you a little fact. I shared a couple of very personal things with you the other night when we were talking. So here's one to add to the list. Okay. If you can find pictures of me and my so-called class pictures growing up in California, uh, my class pictures have me literally crossing my eyes in every picture, just as a giant fuck you to everyone alive. Every time we had a class picture, I
Mhm.
conspicuously crossed my eyes, just like this.
You ruined the pictures.
I don't even know what God told me to do it. I don't know. That's just who I am. It's who I am.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have been very privileged to have people validate me. You've been one of those, so I'm deeply thankful to you for that.
I think.
I speak my mind. I speak the truth. I cite facts and evidence, and a lot of people have thanked me. It's deeply humbling. Come to me and say, I had the first time I went to a protest in Maine, which is on my YouTube channel. If you guys find me on YouTube, it's
Texas.
not hard to
Texas.
go
He's
to
in Texas.
the Angry
Everybody.
Citizen.
Texas.
And there's a picture of me, a video of me when I gave a pretty fiery speech back when the so-called lockdown occurred, and I was fucking angry, mad as a wet hornet.
Uh-huh.
And I went to Augusta and I grabbed the microphone and I let my views be known. And I told the governor and everyone else to kiss my ass. I'm not afraid of you. I boldly stood out there because my choice is hide like a scared little bitch
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
stand up for what's right. And
Mhm.
uh, I did, and I'm not hiding. And like Charlie Kirk was murdered because he was very visible and he spoke truth that people didn't like. And every single one of us knows that that's a risk we're going to take. You choose to take the risk or you don't. Okay, you can't lead from the shadows. You can't hide like a little bitch
Yeah.
and give people hope and inspiration. And
Agreed.
my children's future is at stake. I have 5 children. I have 2 granddaughters. And by God, I will not leave them to tyranny so long as there is breath in my body. That's where I stand. That's why I'm here. So, but you know what? God unites us, Darren. You're a genius, dude.
Yes, sir.
You are a genius. You have powerful skills. And
Mm.
I'm thrilled that God's united us. And Tiff
I
is
am.
a that woman is a
I have
freaking
no. I have no powerful skills, man. I owe
fire
it to God. God gave.
badass.
God lets me use those skills. I borrow those from Him.
There you go. We're right where we need to be, my friend. You and
I'm
I
at,
are right where we need to be,
I'm at
right
God.
where we were destined to be.
Yep. I'm at God Center. That's where I'm
There you
at.
go. So we're going
Yep.
to stay the course. That's what people are asking all on X. What do we do? Oh my God.
It.
I said,
That was my
stay
whole
the
point.
course.
That was my whole point at the beginning of this segment. Is that that's where we need to be? This is behind us now. This is over with. Now I don't mean that in any disrespect to the family or any of that stuff, because they have a grieving process that they have to go through that's going to take them multiple years, if not ever, that they will not be able to forget or be well from this incident. But for us as a nation and us as a wholeness, back to business, people. Back to business. Don't let this deter you. Don't let this change things up. Let's just get the fuck back to
Yep.
business.
And
You
don't
know?
ever accept the bait because what they do is they want to bait us into violating our own tenets. They want to bait us into becoming violent. There's a few videos I've seen of people at vigils at the Charlie Kirk vigils, and there's some agitator that shows up and starts screaming fuck Charlie Kirk and blah blah
Oh,
blah,
come on, man. Yeah.
and the people there react with violence, and I'm deeply wanting to condemn it, but very conflicted, wildly conflicted. and at one time, I literally thought to myself at the moment I saw this person like riding up on their bicycle, or maybe the guy with the backpack, I don't remember, and going, fuck Charlie Kirk, he's a piece of shit or whatever. And I immediately thought to myself, I just want to punch that guy right in the face. I want to leap forward and just lay him out. Boom. And I'm deeply conflicted, because the man of God in me, and the wise, cunning, strategist in me wants to say, don't do it. That's the devil dangling the bait in front of you.
Right.
Don't
Yeah.
take it, okay? But I might do that. I might be that guy that leaps in there and goes, you fucking asshole. Boom, that's what you deserve. That's how we all feel. We're all angry.
Yeah.
We go, try to rein it in. Try to rein it in. Don't let them win. Don't let them win.
Turn that frown upside down, baby. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, man. Oh, wet plants. I'm sorry that you have to go through that being right near you. It's tough. It's not good. But you know what? You're stronger than that. You're going to put it beside you. Don't let them win. Go outside and you scream to the world, fuck you, killers. Fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I am, right? Like, I knew when I started doing the whole angry citizen thing, I knew that it was taking a chance, right? If at any point I gain a sufficient following, gain the attention of the Dark Overlords, they're going to say, I come up on the radar. Okay, you do, any of us that speak out and speak for the truth. At some point, the Dark Overlords see us and go, this guy might be a threat. And they consult with their little lieutenants and they say, let's check this guy's stuff in social media and read about him and think about him. And he looks dangerous. We should think about maybe doing something about him. And if you get really, really effective, that's when they start thinking, they whip out the assassination card, murder you in cold blood. And unfortunately, we don't have that card. You can't be a man of God and have that card in your arsenal. It doesn't work that way. So we don't get to do that.
They want it to be in the public's eye so that they intimidate and put fear into it. And no, not today, Satan. Not today. Not today. Not today, Satan.
Stay the course. Don't let them win. Don't let them win. We're lawful. We are constitutional. Learn that phrase. We are lawful. We are constitutional. That will save us all.
I'm pretty sure it's him. I was up talking to the office of the AG. Way to go, wet plants. That's what I'm talking about. In the lieu of all of this, in the shadows of all of this nonsense that has cost us all so much pain, wet plants was up there talking to the AAG at the Capitol today, doing what she had to do, throwing the sword of God back at them, telling the truth to the person that's sitting there trying to prosecute.
They hate the truth. That's why they killed her. They hate the truth. They hate it.
Man. That's awesome that she was there. That's really cool. Yeah, Gunner, man, that's all I can say about you, buddy. Way to stick with the fight and come at them. We're all anxiously awaiting some more.
We're all doing what we can do, and like that's the most important thing, is just ask yourself, America, what can I do? And I always tell people, pick up the phone, call these people, call our elected servants, tell them your wishes, tell them your opinions. And I'm always told I'm wrong and stupid and it won't matter, and that's actually false. The more of us that participate, the stronger our voices become. They can't deny 100 million pissed off constitutional Americans. How do they ignore that voice? They can't.
They can't, man. Not at all. They won't.
They won't. Yeah. If we can get it together, if we can agree on that,
that's it.
We can disagree on whatever we want. We can have arguments all day about whether pineapple pizza is good, or bad, or you're vile for whatever. But at the end of the day, if every single one of us weighs in and calls these people and demands accountability, justice, it will happen. But we have to all get involved, and that's where we fall down. No one wants to get involved, as you and I, Darren, have discussed many times, until their ass is on the line. then they're mad. Then
And
they want to get
right,
involved.
but then it's too late. It's too late. It's
Yep.
too late.
Yep.
You know, and that's why you should get hold on here. That's why we have things like this.
CPS took my neighbor's kids last week. Here's what I wish she knew beforehand. She had no clue what her rights were and completely panicked. That's exactly what you can't do. The difference between keeping your kids and losing them comes down to being prepared. There's this book, Stay Calm, CPS is Coming, that breaks down everything you need to know. Education isn't just power, it's protection. Grab it on Amazon or check cpsbreakingnews.com. Don't wait until it's your door they're knocking on.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid
Thank you.
truth.
Thank you.
Know your
Thank-
rights.
Yeah.
If you don't know your rights, you have no rights.
That's
know
right.
them. Know the Constitution. Know that the phrases to use. So the most basic thing we need to remember is the concept of authority. And agencies have no authority. I know that sounds extreme, it's hard to accept, but it's literally true. Agents have no authority. They don't have the authority to take your children. If an agent takes your child, they have kidnapped your child. So the very first thing to do is contact your local sheriff and say, my children are being kidnapped. Now, that doesn't mean they'll show up like white knights and help you.
They
But
absolutely
it's
do not.
play. It's imperative to do it. That's your number one. You are then on record as having made that complaint. And that is important. If enough of us do this, then we switch the momentum. See, the momentum is in the whole, if you're accused, you must be guilty. If CPS is on you, it's because you're a bad parent. If your child is taken away, it must because you did something wrong. We have to shift that to burden of proof number one. You have to actually prove that my child is in danger. You can't just come in and intimate it or say that because they're dressed in the same clothes they were dressed in yesterday, or the neighbor said that they saw me doing something. Those are not sufficient reasons. So that's the number one paradigm. And the number two paradigm is to challenge the very premise that they have the authority to come in and take your child in the first place, which they don't. They do not. I swear to you, America, they do not have the authority. They don't. So they pretend they do. The police pretend they do. The judges pretend they do. The whole legal system pretends that they have the authority to do this. But they don't. They don't. I swear to you, they don't. I'm not lying.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
Stating that never hurts you. If they're going to take your child regardless of what you do, then what does it matter what you say? Right? So you look them right in the eye and you say, you don't have the authority to take my child. And I'll give you a really powerful tool here, America. Think about this very carefully. When agents and police show up, look them in the eye, walk right up to them, look them directly in the eye, and ask them this: are you a man of God?
Yeah.
Are you a woman of God? Ask them, make them look you in the eye. If they look away with shame, which most of them will, they will immediately look away with shame. They will avoid the question. They will act like it's not a big deal or they didn't hear you. And the answer is no. Say, a man or woman of God will answer you directly every single fucking time. Because with God as my witness right now, if you look me in the eye face to face, even through a virtual realm like this, where I'm not actually physically next to my buddy Darren, he's down there, I'm up here.
We're close.
But
we're close.
He looks at me and he says to me, Dana, are you a man of God? And what I say is unhesitatingly solid. Yes, the fuck I am.
You're goddamn right.
Yes, yes. All day. I own it. I am a living, breathing son of God, and my Father walks with me every moment of every day. Well, they won't do that, and they will feel the shame, and they will re-examine their souls. At that moment, they will re-examine their souls.
I love it.
And that's powerful.
It's so
You're going
fucking.
to kidnap my child. Look him right in the eye and say, "You're going to kidnap my child."
Who
You
fuck
have
do you think
no
are?
authority.
Yeah, where's your warrant, pal? Where's the warrant?
Yep.
You don't have
And
it?
for those who don't know, the
Get the
sheriff
hell
is the
out of here.
supreme law enforcement authority in their county. A sheriff has the authority to arrest agents. Did you know that? He does. This is God's
What?
honest truth.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
sure does.
And you
Yeah.
need to loudly demand that. Call the sheriff and say, there are agents here trying to kidnap my child. I
Hello, sheriff.
demand you come and help me. Do your lawfully appointed duty. We elected you. We, the people, elected you to
Hey, sheriff,
preserve
standing
our
down here.
right.
Yeah. Hey, sheriff, standing down here again. Just telling you, get on over here and arrest these people.
I'll tell you something. Believe me when I tell you, man, the sheriffs in Maine know me. Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? I know if Tiff was here, what she would be saying. Whew, Lord. They know her too.
Good.
Yeah,
The sheriffs
right.
should know us. Okay? They're the supreme law enforcement authorities of their counties, and they are uh, supposed to preserve and protect our rights, the rights of we the people.
Yes, they are. But
Yeah,
that's up to
Gunnar,
you. That's
you're
up to
you're
you.
right. Like, I always say, like, I'm giving people information and advice and words and so forth. But at the end of the day, uh, tyranny is going to do what they're going to do. You can't ultimately stop them if they are completely, totally committed to violating your rights. It's no different than a guy who puts a gun right at your head and says, "Give me your money, or I'll blow your head off."
Yeah.
That's the situation you're in. That's the reality you're in. Sadly.
That's such the truth. Such the truth. Such the damn truth, man. Oh, God, I'm enraged now. I'm not going to be able
Yeah.
to sleep either.
Yeah. Yeah, no one in America is sleeping except the ecstatically happy people that are so pleased that Charlie Kirk was murdered in cold blood in front of his
Oh, my Lord.
wife and child and an audience, a giant audience of people.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Yep. Yeah. Fuck them. You know, I have stood for what is right. I've stood with my liberal friends many times, and I'm deeply and profoundly disturbed that so many people would think that it's not just okay, but delightful that an innocent man would be murdered in front of his wife and child and audience is
Just
mind-boggling to
that,
me.
just that alone, man, is enough to say what a piece of shit those people must be.
They really are. They're demons. Like I keep saying, demons dancing and celebrating at Satan's birthday party.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
Well, I won't be going to that party.
Yeah, I'd like to send a small nuclear device to that party. Open the package. UPS is here.
Yeah.
Package. Present for Satan.
Yeah.
Haha. Open now. Urgent.
Kitty grab for Satan. Oh my. Oh my. That was a blazing.
Henry,
Henry's my man.
no, Connecticut does not have sheriffs. Okay, so the office was not actually lawfully abolished. That is a scam. Okay, I'm familiar with this. The legislature does not have the lawful authority to abolish the office of sheriff. That was a scam. It's bullshit. It's entirely bullshit. So it's not easily remediable because the biggest gift the devil has is fooling you into believing him. The devil loudly announces that the office of sheriff in the state of Connecticut is now null and void. And we, the people, all go, "Oh my God, oh no, that's terrible. Gee, what do we do?" Well, it wasn't. The process that was used was not a lawful process. So no, hell no, I call bullshit. And that's why they did it, because they don't want the sheriffs to be in power, because the sheriffs represent the will of we the people.
Right.
And the overlords don't want the will of we the people. They
You
want
can't,
tyranny.
you
They want
can't get
to
rid of
rule us
something
and
that's
own us
voted in by the
way.
people. You can't get rid of a division that's voted in by the people.
Well, yeah, but again, they don't have the authority. They pretend they do. Like if you
Right.
go to Congress, they will just create a bill and vote it on through and pretend they have authority they don't. So
Right.
look at gun control. All gun control laws are unconstitutional. Literally, all gun laws are
Right.
unconstitutional, but they pretend that they are. They pass them, they celebrate them, they enforce them, but we
And we
all
use
know that the
us,
Constitution
us,
is the supreme
us.
law of the land. All laws that are repugnant to it are null and void. The Second Amendment is very clear that the right of we the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, and yet they pretend that it has validity. It's the same with the sheriffs. So this is the war against we the people. It's the same in Massachusetts. You know, the legislature of
Assholes.
Massachusetts has pretended that they have the authority to alter or curtail the authority of sheriffs, and they don't. You know,
Right.
they don't. It's very much like if you hire an employee, you hire a dishwasher at your restaurant, and the dishwasher tells you that he's taking over your checkbook and going to file your taxes, and you're no longer allowed to use the bathroom in the restaurant because the dishwasher has now told you that he's in charge of the bathroom.
Right.
He's not. These
Right.
people work for us. They're our servants. So
Yeah. Well, guys, we did it, Dana. The Angry Punishers have arrived again. What's that?
more to say soon. More to say soon.
It's coming, Dana. You can't keep these mouths shut, nor are we going to.
Until they kill us, brother.
And that day ain't coming anytime soon, baby. So, guys, pay attention. We'll be back. Listen
I am
for
not
it.
fucking hide.
We're living, motherfucker. We're going to live through this shit.
I'm right here. I'm right here. Okay, Dark Overlords.
He's
I
in
told
Texas.
the devil in my dream, piss off.
He's in Texas.
Stop me. Shut me down. Go ahead. Come at me.
That's right, baby.
Trying to take our children. They're already trying to strip us of our rights.